Yo, what's going on, guys? Silver Seeker with a brand new video, and today we are talking about 1916D Mercury Dimes and how to avoid the fakes and identify the fakes, and I'm going to show you a couple things. As you guys know, I like to educate. It's not, I love to entertain, but I also like to educate. So sometimes I bring videos where I help you not get screwed. Again, you know, the better you are educated, the harder it is for you to be manipulated. I've been around coins my whole life. When I was growing up, when I was a little kid, like a little tot, my dad was messing with coins, and he amassed a huge collection. That's how I got into it, and God rest his soul. You know, he is the reason that I am here today. So what we're going to talk about, guys, today is 1916D Mercuries, and I actually have a couple of pieces in front of me that we're going to take a look at. But the 1916D Mercury Dime is the rarest Mercury Dime of the entire series. In fact, if you look at the Red Book, they only made 264,000 of them, and even at G4 condition, remember, coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70. Even at G4, it is a $1,000 coin according to the United States Red Book. If you get it at XF, it's about $6 grand, AU about $9 grand, and uncirculated about $13,000. So that definitely gives reason for people to try and fake them. We have in front of us two 1916D Mercury Dimes. In fact, we're going to throw one under the coin scope right now and take a look at it, and you can see that is in beautiful condition. We'll switch over the coin camera and take a look at it, guys. But here's the thing about this 1916D Merc. It is not real, unfortunately. That's why I'm touching it with my fingers. You probably figured that out when you realized that I don't even have gloves on. But this is a non-real or fake, counterfeit, however you want to say it, 1916D Mercury Diamond. As you can see, it's actually a really good shaped coin. This is XF-ish. So, you know, according to the book, at this grade, this would be like a $6,000 coin. Likely it's a 1916 that's been modified with the D. We're going to take a look at the D here in a second. With 1916D Mercs, the front of the coin can look pretty immaculate. In fact, a lot of fake 1916Ds look incredible on the front, but on the reverse, there's always problems. I won't say always, but always. So anyway, we'll go ahead and flip over to the reverse, guys. And if you look on the left side of the screen under the title fake 1916D Mercs, that is actually a picture of the D on a MS64 PCGS graded real Mercury Dime. No, it is not mine. I wish it were. I do have a 1916D in my collection, which you will have seen if you watched the video that I made on Key Date Mercs. If you haven't seen that yet, feel free to go check it out. But here we go, guys. We're looking at the reverse of the coin, and what we're specifically going to look at is the D. Now, obviously, we're not very zoomed in to look at it, but we're going to look at all the other details first and show you what just brings out to me that this is definitely a fake. First off, it's definitely been polished, but that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's fake. Everything looks good here. You see Dime, America, United States of. Everything looks really nice under the scope. It almost looks like on the back of this coin, it's actually like an AU. So if we get in a little bit closer here, and give me a second while I focus in, you can see the bands are definitely worn a little bit, but they're not XF worn. If you look at the horizontal stripe, or the angled stripe right here going across the vertical stalks of the torch, you can see that it's not completely melded in at the center yet. It's completely separate. It is down here, but not up there. If you look at the center bands where you look for a full split band, you can see there's actually band splitting on both sides, just not on the top. So if this were an uncirculated coin, like had it not had any wear, this was probably originally a full split band 1916 when it, you know, originally was struck. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the key here. All right, we're going to zoom in. Just give me a second. So we are going to get nice and purdy under this camera. Alright, there we go. So here is the D. Take a look at the D and then compare it to the image on your left. Now we're going to go ahead and actually blow that up. So take a look at the difference. Now if you notice inside of the D of a 16D, you can see that there's actually, it looks like a triangle shape. So the back line of the D is straight, and then in the front of the D, you can see it looks like kind of like a triangle in the hole. Now if you look at this fake one here, it almost looks like it was someone took the tip of a pen and just kind of pushed a hole into it. The serif doesn't look right. Now one thing that does match It does match. Just if you look at where the serif is pointing at the leaf, it's pointing to roughly the same spot, but the rotation of the D is slightly off. Now this is actually a really good fake. I've seen much worse. In fact, I have a worse one right here in front of me that we're going to look at in a second. But you can see the rotation of the D is a little bit off, and then the hole in the center of the D for the wear on this coin, it's not even close. There's no way that this would ever pass as a real coin to the trained eye, and that's what you want to be careful of. So, let me tell you something. Before you go out and start buying, don't buy an XF or AU Mercury Dime on my video, please. In fact, I'm going to tell you straight up right now, if you're going to buy like an XF or AU Mercury Dime, just make sure it's graded first. I wouldn't even recommend buying a raw one, but if you're going to, hopefully I helped. But don't is my recommendation. If you're going to spend $6 grand on an XF Mercury Dime, you need to have that thing certified. I highly recommend a PCGS or NGC slab. You can even use Annex, because the beauty of Annex is, even though people don't trust their grading as much, Annex is actually the oldest grading company. They're older than both PCGS or NGC. And as far as getting a coin certified, Annex is the best. Like, if you just need to know if something's real, it's always better to send it to Annex, because it's so much cheaper to send it to them. And if they say it's real, it's as good as PCGS or NGC saying it's real. The only difference is that people, they think that Annex is kind of loose on the grading. So something that gets like an UNC with an Annex slab may be an AU with an NGC or PCGS slab. And that's what people don't like about the Annex slabs, is they think they're a little bit too liberal on the grading and they're not strict enough. It's not that they're bad at catching fakes. In fact, they're fantastic at it. So if you ever have a coin like this that you just want to be verified, you're not so worried about the grade, you just want it to be verified, I'd use Annex, because you'll save so much money. To send this coin to PCGS, or NGC, you're looking at probably about 50 or probably about $60 after you pay for shipping and insurance both ways. So Annex, you're looking at 20. Anyway, back to the coin. Sorry about the spin off there, but I just wanted to tell you, just don't buy it raw. But any trained eye, there's no way that this D passes the cut. It's just not happening. So you'd stay away from this. Like, if someone's like, oh, I know it's real, man, I'm a certified coin expert, and I know 100% that this is a real coin. Well, you just say, that's fine, send it off. If it comes back what you say it is, I'll pay you for it, and I'll pay you for the cost of slabbing. And that's, that's a fair thing to say. If a coin dealer is going to sell you a coin for $6,000, then they need to back it, especially if it's raw. So if I were to walk into a shop and say, yeah, I'd buy it if it's real, send it off and get it graded, and then you show me when it comes back real, when it comes back slab, show me the receipt. I will pay for what it costs to slab it, plus I'll pay what you were asking for the coin. You're not out any extra money. I just want to be I want it to be certified. I want to be sure that what I'm buying is 100% real. And of course, the beauty of them showing you all the paperwork of sending it off is you're not buying a fake slab, which is another thing we'll talk about in another video. But let's not make this too long. I'm going to kind of put this back really fast to where it belongs. Slide that down just a little bit. Hold my control button so I can arrange it. There we go. We are going to switch over, guys. So I'm just going to pull this off of here. And we're going to switch over to this one. Now, we're already zoomed in, so we're not going to look at the front. The front's roughly the same. Let's look at the D. This is the other one. Now, this one you can see is a much worse condition coin. It's probably about a good, because the rim is actually worn into the letters. You can see that strike going there through the U of United, another strike going through the TED of United. Not a great condition coin. So the thing about these is people are a bit easier on them as far as grading, but again, look at the D. On top of the fact that it doesn't have the triangle shape, it has more of an oblong or an oval shape. The position of the D is way off. So if you look at the top serif, it's supposed to be pointing a little bit higher into that leaf, and it's not. It's not even close, if you ask me. In fact, you can look at it here. You see if you look at it on your left under the fake 16D Merc under that picture, let's blow it up again. I know I just shrank it, but let's blow it up again. See where the top serif is pointing at it's not pointing at the tip of the leaf, it's pointing up farther into it. This D is actually rotated to where it's not actually pointing at the right spot. It's not that it's rotated, it's just farther away from the stalk. If you look at how far away it is from the stalk, like right here, right there, you can see on the tip of the foam. But anyway, right there, see how far away it is from the stalk of the branch there? I keep saying stalk, but it's a branch, but you know what I'm saying. That's another giveaway. It's too far away, and it's not pointing in the right direction. It's not the right size. The center. This one's just really rough. this one's bad. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just bad. It's not flattened out. It is flattened out, but it's not flattened out. The flattening out's not going to ruin the shape like it has. It's not going to cause the D to move. So that's some stuff you guys need to just keep an eye out for when you're looking at 16D Mercury dimes. And again, like I said earlier, if you're going to buy one that's a super high grade and you aren't sure, just get it slabbed. Any reputable coin dealer would be happy to pay, or would be happy to send a coin off and have it certified for you before you purchase it, especially something like this. So there you have it, guys. 2 16D fake Mercury dimes in person under the coin scope, guys. Thank you for joining me. Check us out at coolstacks.com. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell so you see all of our updates, because we do a lot of videos like this, and we do live streams as well, guys. So we will talk to you later. See ya.